Okay, so let's test the microphone. I hope everybody can hear me. We want to do one question here because we have other tasks. Let's do one question quick. But we have other tasks quick here. I'm probably sorry. Okay. Cool. We have a very, very important task at 12:30. So you just want to do one question. Let me share the link. Okay, so I can get started. So then, let's just go ahead and solve this question quick. So I want to show you how to use a calculator because calculator is very, very important. One of my very long friend, he suggests I should try this question. So now let's go. Go ahead. Let's do 3.2. So let's say here, they give you 2 cos c plus 3 sine c minus 1, but they give us a restriction. This restriction is very, very important. It means after we solve, we need to use those restrictions to get the actual angle. So now let's go ahead. But before you do this question, you must know the trigonometric rule for the other people. But hey, let's get straight to the bit. So what I'm going to do, I will take, look, we have a cos, I have a 1, and I have a sine. Let me separate cos and sine. So then I'm going to say, let me go ahead. Let me move calculator to the left quick. So I'm going to move all my calculator to the left. Just a minute. I'm sorry. Let me move my calculator right away. Let's put it aside. Let's make it invisible. Let's put it here. Yes, it's okay. So now I'm going to say, okay, let me go ahead and say, well, I'm going to separate this could be 2. Just a minute. Oh, okay. I want to make sure that everything is right. It must be visible. Just a minute. Okay, let's get it on me. Just a minute. We get started now. I just want to make sure. Okay. Yes, perfect. So then, my apology. So we're going to separate this. So separating, yeah, I think I'm ready. I'm more than ready. So I'm going to say, well, let me take this side to the other side. So here I'm going to left it, let me write here. So this is going to be 2 cos c, and then a minus 1 to the left, and then equal sign. I'll take these to the right, but there's a 0. So this is going to be 3 negative sine c. I'm going to square throughout. So I've separated, but I want to square. Okay, let me square. The reason why, because I want to introduce the identity rules of the trigonometric. Okay, so then I'm going to say 2 cos c minus 1. So I can take this aside and simplify here. Say, okay, 2 cos c minus 1 square, meaning multiplied by the same thing. 2 cos c minus 1. Because when you square something, means you multiply by the same thing. Okay, so I'm going to say 2 cos c times 2 cos c is going to give me 4 cos c square. 2 cos c times negative 1 is going to be negative 2 cos c. Now we count for this. So negative 1 times 2 cos c is going to be negative 2 cos c. And then negative times negative is going to be positive 1. But negative 2 cos c minus negative 2 cos c equal to negative 4 cos c. So I'm going to remove this. I'll say negative 4 cos c. Negative 4 cos c. So then, so on the left hand side, I'm going to have a 4 cos square c minus 4 cos Okay. So then I'm going to say, well, and then plus 1. Okay, so I'm going to erase this and now replace on the left hand side. I'll say on the left hand side, so I'm going to write my equal. I have a 4 cos square c minus 4 cos c. And then plus 1, just like I simplify, equal. When you expand this, it's going to be 9 sine square c. But from the trig identity, we know 1 plus, okay, sine square plus cos square equal to 1. So I'm going to say sine square c plus cos square c. We know equal to 1. Okay? But I want to replace this, right? Because I have a cos, here is sine. So if I take over, it's going to become sine square equal to 1 minus cos square. So I'll take this over all the way. So if it goes over, it's going to become minus. It's going to be minus cos square c. So sine square c equal to 1 minus cos square c. So I'm going to replace all this stuff with 1 minus cos square c. 1 minus cos square c. So this is going to become equal 9 times 1 minus cos square c. And on the left hand side, you just say 4 cos square c minus, my apologies, I was going to say minus cos 4 cos c, and then with plus 1 equal to. But I can expand this. 9 times 1 equal to 9, and then this is going to be 9 cos square c. And then I'll take everything to the left. Okay? So I can simply say this is like 9 minus 9 cos square c. So it's 9 minus 9 cos square c. So then what I'm going to do, I'm going to put everything on the left because everything is cos square, cos square, cos square. So if I take this to the left, if I take all the way, it's going to become plus. 9 cos square c plus 9, because if it goes, it's going to become plus. It's going to be 9 cos square c plus, because it's going to become positive, it's going to be 13, because when you go all over, it's going to be plus. So 9 cos square c plus this 4 is going to be 13 cos square c. So I don't have this no more. So on the left, this will become 13. So it's going to become 13 cos square c. Okay? Now 4 cos square c, just a 4 cos square c. Okay? And then this is going to come over. When it comes over, you remember this plus will come in. It's going to become minus. It's going to be 1 minus 9 equal to negative 8. So it's going to become negative 8. So I can simply say negative 8 equal to 0. So this is quadratic equation. So I have to solve normal quadratic equation. I can either use a calculator. If I don't use a calculator, I can, okay, let me just use my calculator to get this far. So I'm going to come here and pop up my calculator. So I'm going to say, well, let me bring my calculator up here. Well, and then let's just go quick. Okay, 1 minute you're going to be done. So we come here, and then I'm going to say mod, and then mod, I'm going to go to number 5. Number 5, which is quadratic, and then I go number 3, which is equation number 3, and then I plug my value. My value, a equals 13. So I'm going to say my a equal to 13, and then I say equal, because that's my value of a here. This is our a, and this is our b, and this is our c. My apologies, okay? So, well, that's our a, 13. I say equal, and then b equal to negative 4. So I'm going to say negative 4, and then I'll simply say equal, and then I'll say negative 80. The last one is negative 8, and then I'll say simply equal, and then equal, and then after that I'll say equal again, and then it's going to give me 2 plus 6 square root of 3 over 13. Okay, so that's the first one, and the second one is just a minus, but the same thing. So then our first value of cos x, so I can simply say my first value of cos x, equal to, let me check my calculator here, my pause. Equal to, oh, I see, 2, no, it's not 2, yeah, it's 2 minus 6 square root over 3 over 13. But the other one's going to be the same thing, but with plus. It's going to be cos x, let me see if it's, I hope I'm not hiding anything. Yeah, let me move this calculator to the right more, okay. So this one here is going to become cos x equal to 2, but now it's going to be plus 6 over 3 over 13, those two values. So now we're not done yet, but remember we have to find the inverse of trig so that we can get the angle, because if you can look carefully in the equation, they say you have to find the angle between 0 and 360. So now we're going to go to that part, 0 and 360 quick. Let's go to 0 and 360 quick. In 1 minute or 30 seconds, we're going to be done with this question and then we'll be out of here. Okay, so then I'm going to say, well, I can get that. So now I have to find the inverse here. But from the trig general solution, this, okay, we're going to find the inverse. This is going to come here. Means I'm going to say value of x, this is going to go all the way. It's going to be equal to cos inverse. So we start with this one first, right? Cos inverse of 2 minus 6 square root over 3 over 13. But you must plus 2 pi n. Or if you don't use 2 pi n, because if you can look careful here in equation, they give us in terms of degree. So I can say, when you say 2 pi n, I'd rather say this is equal to 360 n. You know the same thing, because 2 pi, or you can say pi equal to 180. Okay? But it's 2 pi means 180 times 2 equal to 360, but an n number. So I'm going to say plus 2 pi n. Okay, so what is the n? N represents the integer. Now, let's see how we're going to use that integer. Okay, so this is for general solution for sine and cos. Whenever we inverse sine or cos, we must plus 2 pi n. No, we say 360, my apologies, right? It's the same as say, I'll plus 360 n for a reason why, because, 36n, I may say n, my apologies, I wrote pi, extension, 36n. Or you can say 2 pi. The reason why I write 360, because if you can look carefully in the question, they give us a term of degree. So that's why I wrote in term of 360. But now let's get the angle. Always you must plus 360. If you find the inverse of cos or sine, you must plus 360n. Okay, if you don't want to use 360, you can say 2 pi. Like I said, 2 pi, 360, the same thing. But if you inverse tan, you add by pi, only pi, n. Or you can say 180n. If you inverse tan, you must add, like if this was tan. Okay, let me give an example here. So let's say I got okay, call tan y equal to let's say 7. So then I was going to say y equal to tan inverse of 7, and then we plus by 180 and for tan. But for cosine is 360. Okay? Or if you don't want to say 180, you can say pi, because 180 equal to pi. So now let's go to our business, to the calculator, without wasting time, without further ado. So n is the integer, means this can be 0, 1, 2, 3, and negative numbers. Okay? But all the angle we're going to check out the angle between 0 and 360. Let's see how we're going to get there. So now we're going to come here. We're going to say, okay, well, shifting. Oh, let me just do this. Sorry. Clear the calculator face, because whatever we do here, it does it. So we must clear the calculator. Calculator is simple. Press mode and then press number 1, and everything is cleared. So then I'm going to go to shifty. So mode number 1, you clear calculator. Shifty, and then I'm going to go to my cos. As I go to my cos, I have to press my number. So my number is in a fraction. So go to fraction. They say 2, 2. And then we minus 60, 60. And then we go to square root of 3, square root of 3. And then we go to the bottom. We press 13. We press 13. And then after that, we go to the right. You go to the right, and then close your bracket. Close your bracket. So we plus 360n. So 360, let's start with the 0 face. So I'm going to say bracket, because we place all the integers. 0. Okay, and then I'm going to place -1, -2. But the angle which you're going to take, we only take the angle which is between 0 and 360. That's the restriction they gave us in equation. Now we go. So the first angle is 130. Do we need that? Yes, we need. Because according to the restriction here, the first one is 130.21. Yes, we need that. Okay? So the first angle, I'm going to say our first angle, okay, good, right here. Theta equal to 130. Oh, my apologies. Oh, I'm sorry. The calculator is hidden. And I apologize. I have to plug that again. I'm sorry. I didn't know my calculator is hidden, and I'm truly sorry. Okay. I'm going to come here. I'll say, well, let me do it again. I'm so sorry. Okay. Okay. So, to clear the calculator, because I didn't show you how to clear the calculator, say mode and then press number 1. Mode press number 1. So we want to press the calculator, the cos inverse. So when you press mode and number 1 means you clear your calculator. So I'm going to go shift and then I say cos. Is cos right? Yes, cos. And then I go to fraction, and then I say 2, and then minus 6, and then square root of 3, and then you come at the bottom, and then you press 13, because you cannot. Okay, now you come here, close the bracket, the plus 360, because you invert cos. Even if sine, you must invert the same thing. Bracket n. So n there you must press 0, 1, because those are integer. Means in the position of n, you must start with the 0 face and see, do I need that angle? Oh yes, I need the angle, because according to the restriction, if you can look up here, they said that the restriction, it has to be between 0 and 360. Okay, let me write. Let me use the black color. They say the angle, we need the angle from 0 to 360. So this angle which I just got now is 130.21 or 0.20 if approximation is 21. So I need that, because that angle lie between the restriction which is of 0 and 360. Yes, I need that. So I'm going to say, well, I need that one. Yes, I don't need it. So the first one is 130.21. Yes, I need the angle. Angle theta equal to 130.21 degree. Now, let's, in the position of n, now it's not going to be, okay, let's come here. Let's go to the negative. Let's press -1, because integer must be negative and positive. Let's put -1 and see what I'm going to get. Do I need that angle? I don't need that angle, because they say the angle must be between 0 and 360. So I don't need that. So I don't have to go to the negative. Now I want to press the integer to the positive. Oh, let me just go here. So you only change the numbers. It was 0, right? And then we get to -1. Let's go to +1. Do I need that angle? No, I don't need, because the angle I need the angle between 0 and 360. And that angle is so big, so I don't need that angle. So I'm done. So for the first one here, the angle is going to be this 130.21. But remember, we have to use this one also, the second one. We have to use that. So now we're going to do the same thing here, but we only going to change. Here is going to be positive. Let me just come here. Because remember, when you get the value of cos, you get negative and positive. So now we're going to use the positive one. We're going to press the positive. So for positive, because, okay, let me say it again, quick. Remember, in a trig here, we had a 2 value, this one and that one. So the one that we did inverse was for negative. So now I'm going to use the positive, and then I'm going to do the same process. So I'm going to come here and say, wow, place there positive. let's see first. Okay, it was 0. Now let's say 0 here. Let's start with 0. 17. Do we need 17? Yes, because 17, it lies between, okay, so 17, it lies between 17, it lies between 0 and 36. So do we need that? Yes. So now, okay, let me do this. So now, because remember, this one we did for the negative, but in a cos we had a negative and positive. So now I'm going to do the same process but for positive, which is going to be x equal to cos inverse 2 plus 60, 3 over 13. My apologies, over 13. So the angle that we need in the restriction for when it's negative is only this angle. Now we want to go for positive now. So x equal to, so you see here I change. If you can look carefully in the calculator, I change there. It's positive here. Let me just show you. So you see, it's positive right here. Can you see there? There's a positive 6 right here. I'll show you here so you can see. In the calculator, it's not negative no more. So we're going to do our restriction like how we did. Let's start with the 0. Let's see which angle. Let's go. 17.59. Yes, we need that. Because it's between, that 17 is between 0 and 360. So, okay, just say 17 is lying between this angle here, which is 0 and 36. So 17.59. Yes, I need it. Okay, let's press 1 or negative 1. Let's say negative 1 here. So you, do I need that angle? No, I don't need negative angle because they say from our restriction, they say the angle must be between 0 and 360. So I don't need this. So I don't want to continue to negative 2 because it's going to be useless. So let me just continue here and say positive 2. Positive 1, my apology. So remove this negative. And this is going to give a 377. Do I need that angle? I don't need it because it's more than 360. So for that being said, when it's positive here, I got this angle. When it's negative here, I got that angle with all the integer substitutions. So this is going to be my final answer here. The value is C. My apologies. I don't know why I say X is C. And I apologize. C is C. Even here is C. It's not X, it's C. And I'm truly apologize. Okay. Yes, because this is C here. So my value of C equal to 130.21. And another one is 17.59 degree. That's my final answer for that. Be safe. Thanks a lot for your time, man. Thanks, and I'll see you soon. Share this video to a lot of people. If you first time here, hey, look, leave a comment, like this video. If you first time, click that like button. And hey, if you not know it, we got the program for the community, giving back, helping the brother and sister, giving them as far as knowledge, skills, okay? Because we do believe in giving back. Because when you're giving power, knowledge, that's how we apply that knowledge. Okay, thanks a lot for your time, man. I'm going to see you very soon. If you feel to send any type of question, thank you, peace, and oh.